She called me a dick? Oh, fuck you then. Never mind. Fuck you, bro.
You're not even a high class of heckler. You're like the Jared Leto Joker of hecklers.
Shit, this is all real shit, brother. This is all real shit.
These days, everyone's looking for a reason to get offended, but great comedians turn criticism into opportunity, shutting down hecklers with sharp wit. Today, we're diving into 6 savage moments where woke hecklers got absolutely owned, starting with Shakar Shapira wrecking one who tried to hijack his show with politics. Spoiler, it wasn't a good idea.
When I was 3 years old, the second Gulf War broke out in Israel, and we were terrified that Saddam Hussein is gonna shoot mustard gas at us.
But what about the Palestinians?
Can I finish I'm just talking about how I spent, how I got shot with rockets. What about the Palestinians? It's like if you told me, man, I got beat up by the KKK, and I would be like, sure, but what about Chinese children? What do you mean we're not real Jew Israel?
5 to 13 tribes, what was spoke about in the book, the people that are here.
The heckler tries to stir things up, but look what this comedian does next.
Thank you for trying to insert some facts into my comedy. No, the mistake you're doing, Franz, is I just said it. I'm not a representative of Israel. Listen, Franz, can I explain to you, just one second, let me explain to you why we're joking about this. I don't know how you grew up. I don't know what happened to you in your life, and I'm not gonna assume it. But I grew up in a war, and then I went to Germany, and I grew up in a village where I got chased down by Nazis every week. So I do comedy to deal with that. I do comedy about things that are so tragic that the only way for me to deal with them is laugh or go insane. I have a right on that. Same way as you have a right to make jokes about your own tragedies. You know what I mean?
In the end, a woman from the audience tried to lighten the mood by switching to a different topic.
What? You swipe me right? Let's talk about Palestine a little bit more.
At least that heckler figured it out in the end, unlike the next one who just couldn't take the hint and kept digging her own grave.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. You just got your fucking feet on the stage, too. You're very, yeah. You don't give a fuck? No, I mean, I figured that out. It's weird that became a point of pride. Remember when that was a bad thing? When people were like, that guy just doesn't give a fuck. But I think white women have stolen that and weaponized it. And they're too annoying for us to fucking say anything. Do you give a fuck? You guys don't seem like a match. Opposite? Yeah, I know. He does seem pleasant. All right.
She just wouldn't stop interrupting, so the comedian made sure she'd regret it.
She doesn't stop. It's mutual. You don't have to be here. I don't. It's always weird when this happens like rarely at this point, but it's very weird when people come to my shows and they're like clearly not a fan. And they're just like, oh, I don't like you. I'm like, I know, but it's sold out. It's not like I'm a fucking nobody anymore. I've been doing this 16 years. I've dealt with a fucking million versions of you. And you're not even a high class of heckler. You're like the Jared Leto Joker of hecklers. You're...
It's wild how people with fragile egos show up to comedy shows and project their issues, only to get totally obliterated. It's 2025. This is comedy. If you can't handle it, stay home. Up next, an animal activist walked into an Andrew Schultz show, and he made sure she'd wish she hadn't.
I don't want to talk about that. What, do you really like animals, miss? Yes, you do. You do? Which ones are your favorite? Every animal? That's sweet. Every single animal. They all have life. You're right. 100% right about that. They don't all need to. I feel like you haven't experienced enough life or death situations with animals. You know what I mean? Do you think an animal cares about your life? You think a polar bear is going, you know what? She's probably got backgammon on Tuesday. Maybe I won't eat her. I'm just gonna sit here with this Coca-Cola and sip it with my nephews. But I understand, you like animals because, you know, you live in the first world and it's boring and we gotta care about shit.
Feeling the heat, she blurted out the worst possible confession, and it only made things worse.
I get it, I'm with you. Say again?
Would you see me? I'm technically from third world country, technically.
You're third world, but you're from America, right? You're born and raised here.
No.
Where were you born?
Philippines.
Philippines. When did you come here?
When I was like 8 years old.
Oh, so you had some real shit.
Yeah, some real shit.
And in the Philippines, are there any animals that they eat that we don't eat here?
I was told from my English friend that we're not going to win this.
You're not going to win this. But it's...
Lesson learned. Never tell a comedian what they can or can't joke about, and maybe check who you're seeing before buying a ticket. Next up, Sammy Obeid takes on a heckler who just couldn't handle reality. Watch this.
It's good. What's that?
He said you need to stop picking on people. Start doing real jokes.
I'm just going to repeat what he said, and I'm not lying. He said you need to stop picking on people and start telling real jokes.
What?
Now,
Why are you applauding yourself, you jackass?
my brother. Okay, look. I'm a person, you're a person. I'm talking about real shit. Majoring in math, did that. Palestinian Jewish roommate, did that. Family from Beirut, did that shit. This is all real shit, brother. This is all real shit. This is my life. This is my life. You don't like talking about race? You don't like talking about race? Is that your thing?
It's the cheap way out.
It's the cheap way out, man. Well, you know what? Race is a reality to me, man. And it's a reality to most people. And I'm making light of it. I'm making light of it, brother. Why would the majority of the crowd be booing you? If it's... Did I have a turban? No, I do not have a turban. However, I will say, okay, look, you had a turban growing up, I didn't. Is that what you're saying? I get mistaken for being Indian all the time. And it annoys me too because there's a difference, bro. People are like, you're Indian. I'm not fucking Indian. You can't just pick any brown person and call us Indian. You're not Columbus. That one's for you. That one's for you.
Dead.
There's nothing wrong with being Indian. All right, you want me to get out?
No,
Can I do one?
no.
Can I do one more?
I'm not stopping you. I'm stopping you. You are handled. Let him finish his set. Thank you. But that was a master of work.
I'm sorry, man.
Another case of someone getting offended over a joke, handled like a pro. And it's not the first time Sammy Obeid has dealt with a heckler like this. Watch what happens when a woman tries to shut him down mid-joke.
Whether you don't like abortion or whether you fucking love it, or whether you like it way too much, I think we can all agree that abortion should be a last resort. And as a society, we can do a better job of minimizing its use at all costs. Whether you... Thank you, one person. Thank you so much. This is... What's that?
It's a ladies' thing.
It's about a lady.
It's not your stuff.
It's not about a man.
No. Let them talk. Let them talk. Let me say something real quick. Now, I understand that pregnancy is about a woman's body, and I am pro-choice, so that would make me on your side. But the fact that you interrupted in the middle of a bit is questionable. Do you really believe that I needed to be silenced in that moment, or did you just more so want to be heard? What was it? Tell me that I needed to be silenced. Yes. So should I just stop the set right now and end?
No.
No, because that would be aborting too early. And thank you. I'm telling you, I'm pro-choice. It's about a woman's body. But jokes do need setups, and they need tension, and you killed the tension. Right? So let me finish. Because that's how we got into this mess in the first place. And by the way, thank you, because that's going to be great for the tapes. Now,
It's crazy how some people show up to a comedy show with egos this fragile. It's 2025. Time to grow up. If you thought that was bad, wait until you see this next girl who couldn't stop screaming at comedian Drew Lynch. Things get heated real quick.
I asked the staff, and they were like, "No, those are the guests." So it's very white here. Super white. Not a good thing to cheer for, lady. It's a lot, lady. Why don't you simmer down? How about just split the difference, all right? It's still Thursday, but just, like keep it, but just taper it. You know what I mean? Just.
The woman just keeps screaming, completely ignoring the rest of the audience. It gets out of hand fast.
Oh, what? What'd you say? What the fuck? I will kick you out. I will kick you out. The guy in front of you is like so over it right now. You have to be quiet, please.
Eventually, security steps in to kick her out, but not before she drops a line that sparks a full-on barrage. Watch this.
Oh man, it's worse because it's such a long walk back. Wait, what'd she say? She called me a dick? Oh, fuck you then. Never mind. Fuck you, bro. I was so fucking nice. I was professional. I kept this whole crowd from murdering you. And now I'm a dick because I asked her to leave by asking her several times. Oh my God.
There's a time and place for every conversation, and a comedy show isn't one of them, unless you're asking to get roasted. That's a wrap. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.